Hope you all are having a great night out there tonight. I wanted to make sure that I kept speaking on this because the Lord's really been pressing me, telling me, hey, keep going, keep talking about this stuff. There's lots of deception out there. People need to hear this. And it's, of course, being rooted in the Word of God, being rooted in truth so you can discern the lies from the devil, discern the lies out there in the world, discern the lies that your own even flesh might try to tell you sometimes. And we live in a world full of lies. There's mass deception. Of course, because it tells you in the Bible too how Satan is the father of all lies. And it says as well that he is the lowercase g, God of this world. Of course, there's going to be mass deception. Of course, he's going to try to twist things, quote things out of context, try to blur the lines of meanings of things, just like how he did back when Jesus, God in the flesh, was walking on this earth. He was in the wilderness 40 days and 40 nights. And the devil came to him and tried to tempt him. He tried to question him and make him doubt in all of these different areas. He said, if thou be the Son of God, then do this, this, and this. And Jesus, of course, being the Word, of course, being truth, he was in the scriptures. He knew the truth. He knew who he was, who he is, and who he will forever be. He fought him off with the Word. Perfect. Of course, he's God in the flesh. He knew exactly how to fight him. He said, it is written, and the devil fled from him. And it was a perfect example on how we fight lies to this day. Go back to the Word of God, because the devil is going to continue trying to twist things, pervert things, spread lies, and spread mass deception. Just like in this example here, where there's people out there that will use this phrase. They try to use the phrase, well, that's my truth, and it's just like the devil to try to twist things, twist words, and try to replace words and change meanings to justify people's sin, to puff them up and let them be self-centered, because the devil wants you not anywhere near the Lord. He wants you to praise yourself. It's a lot of selfish things. Pride, again, he was the one that was first prideful, that got cast out of heaven because of his own pride. When people use that phrase, well, that's my truth, they substituted the word opinion for truth. People used to always say, well, that's my opinion, but now they're saying this. And it stems from pride, because when people used to use the word opinion, it leaves room for error there. It's pretty much you saying, well, I think this. So it leaves room for error, leaves room for you to be wrong potentially. But then when you substitute it for truth, you're stating, well, this is a fact. There's nothing changing that. And people close their ears to the actual truth. They try to create this middle fence between truth and falsehood. And that's, again, just like the devil, to try to create a middle ground there where it's truth, false, and then your truth, but it's a complete lie. The devil owns the fence, and he keeps people in deception in these ways, very cunning ways. But again, we got to be rooted in the Word of God so that we are not tripped up and deceived by these wiles from the devil.